All right, welcome back, guys. So this is part six, which is chapter six of Keep Going Academy. And in today's topic, we're going to discuss how to build case studies, how to building a case study, right? Uh, why is it so important? Now, assuming now you're at a point where you're able to book meetings consistently, like myself, but now you're still struggling to close deals because you don't have a case study, right? Maybe you are sending emails, right? But a lot of the emails that you're getting back, the replies you're getting back is from prospects that are asking you to share your previous work, right? Now, this goes without saying, this is something that you will need to have in place, put into place, right? Assuming that you are dealing with um, clients that are selling themselves, right? Which is something that we discussed in one of the other videos on communication skills and finding the right market, right? Is that you want to deal with clients, you only want to focus on prospects that are actually interested in your service, right? That are willing to book meetings with you. The ones that are not willing to book meetings with you, this doesn't apply to this step. So sharing your case study is something that you're going to be doing regularly on the Zoom calls, right? When you're closing the deal. This is something you're going to be doing verbally and face to face with the potential client. So in order to build this case study, we need to follow these steps that I've laid out. So without further ado, let's get started and share with you how you can go about doing so and how you can win clients' trust and win prospects' trust all the time, so you can increase your conversion rates with a correct case study. So the first step is going to be creating an offer, right? So this for today's agenda, creating an offer and having a contract put into place. And then lastly, for the contract, you need to have a review, right? Within the contract, you must have your review guidelines, your review requirements, right? Now, a review can obviously be either a testimonial, it can be a video testimonial, it can be an audio testimonial, it can be a text testimonial. It can even be an interview video, which I highly recommend having an interview with your client that you've done work for, right? That you work for on the offer, on the free trial, which I'm going to get to right now. Having an interview with them, asking qualified questions, having a survey, right? And ask them qualifying questions as to why they'd like using your services, what is their feedback, and how would they actually recommend you to other potential clients that might be interested in your service. And it goes without saying, right? You need to offer for the next 2 weeks to 7 days, or maybe a week or so. You need to offer free trials, right? You need to be smart about this, right? You're not going to just do this for the rest of your agency. This is something you're going to be doing at least for a couple of weeks or a couple of days, right? Where you pumping up as many emails as possible. Now, of course, with the help of Mail Gorilla, you know that you can go about sending emails to potential clients with Mail Gorilla. So you can probably pump up maybe hundreds of emails, 200 emails, 100 emails a day, sending cold emails to prospects to offer your free trial, right? You can do this you can have this running as a campaign for the next 2 weeks or so. And to show you exactly how you can go about doing that and more in depth, right? I want to share with you a email template that I've created myself, right? This is an email template that I actually use in real time, in real life, right? That I send, which is something that I've been doing lately to get to increase my portfolio, to increase my credibility, to increase my case studies. Of course, now I'm at a point where I'm able to book meetings consistently, but I'm still dealing with high-tech clients that are kind of what I would say, looking for testimonials and looking for previous work that I've done. And the work that I've done is probably not at the quality of the work that they want. So what I would usually do, what I'm actually doing right now is, this is a system that I'm using and it's working very well for me. is to send emails, right? Send emails of the offer, saying that you are a video editor. For example, maybe you're a video editor or a graphic designer, sending an email saying that, listen, I'm just getting started, right? I don't have any portfolio. I don't have any previous work yet, but I am looking to build up credibility. You have this written down over here, right? You can write this down over here. Once you've complimented the prospect, let them know that, listen, you like their work. And then you can go ahead and send them. You can go ahead and create the second paragraph that says, I'm an editor. Been editing videos for a while now. I would like to edit videos for free just to build up my portfolio and earn your trust, right? And then list all the benefits of why they would like to work with you in the future if they do end up liking your work. And then lastly, having a very strong call to action over here to book a meeting with them. It's very important that you have this down, because once you have this down, most likely they will book meetings with you. They'll tell you, listen, I'm available on a Monday, or I'm available on a Tuesday, or I might be available next week. Follow up with me next week. I might have a day available for then. And then you say best regards, and then you can have your name down written over there. So offering free trials is without no doubt one of the best ways, if not the best way to go about building a portfolio quickly. And you need to be, once again, like I said, you need to be strategical about this, right? If it's going to take you to build up, if it's going to take you 2 months or a month to build up a portfolio, it needs to be less than a month, at least a minimum, to build up a portfolio, so that you can have your business up and running, so that you know that you're up and running, you're ready to go. You're not going to get any rejections from clients, potential clients that you need to work with, that you're going to be working with in the future. And then another thing is to have a contract in place. So now once you have the offer, the free trial in place, you need to have the contract, bind it as a contract, right? Now, when you set up the contract, you need to follow these steps, right? You need to be able to list the scope of work that you're offering. You need to be able to list the pricing, have the pricing involved. For example, if you're charging a monthly fee, you put that down, how much it costs, and the scope of work that you have over there. Now, the time and duration, it's very important that you also have that as to when the client's going to receive their work. It might not be important to you, but it definitely is important to the client that's going to be paying you after they might be happy with your work, right? If they actually end up maybe getting their work within 48 hours, right? If you maybe edited a video or done graphic design work for them, and they maybe get their work done within 48 hours, then that's something they can look back on and track back, and that will give them a reason as to okay, why would they want to work with you full time after the free trial. That's something to keep in mind, for once you actually setting up this contract. And then also, lastly, having a interview with the potential client. Now, this is something that I've been looking at as well. I've been doing. This also goes back with having a review. It's basically the same thing as having a review, but you allow the potential client to book a meeting with you on a Zoom call, right? Once they are happy with your work, you have them book a meeting with you, and then they can go ahead and tell you, right? You can go and ask them qualifying questions as to what do they like most about your services, and would they recommend you to another potential client. All these qualifying questions you can ask them and have them recorded in that interview. And so for the interview itself, right, you want to have you want to be using either Zoom or Skype, any video conference software out there that will record your meeting, right? You go ahead and record that, have that edited, maybe take that to a video editor, or you can edit that yourself and have it put on your website, right? You can have that video sent and uploaded onto your website, which is something I'm going to discuss in the next videos to come. Now, with the technicality of how you can go about doing this, there will be a separate part within the course, which will be called Systems and Technology. Now, Systems and Technology will be the next upcoming chapter, which will be talking about the technicalities of running an agency. Now, like I said, it's important to record those meetings, record those interviews that you're having with the potential client, right? Once you recorded them, you want to have them recorded and uploaded to your website so that you can use them as case study references, so that the next time a potential client comes in again and asks you, show me your work that you've done, right? You can have this put on your website, or even better yet, have it put on your social media page, like your Instagram account or your TikTok or your LinkedIn. I actually prefer LinkedIn, without a doubt. I would prefer to use LinkedIn, or even YouTube. Since I was boasting and going on about YouTube so much, I would just create a YouTube channel, uploading videos of testimonials, right? Uploading videos of interviews that I've done with prospects, and then actually clients, and then have my prospects watch those videos that I've uploaded, and that will build my credibility with them, so that when they come in, they know exactly what they're going to be getting. Now, another way to collect reviews, right? To have customers give you reviews on your work, so that you can upload those reviews to your website in any way, shape, or form, which is something that I said I'm going to discuss in the next video of technology and systems. In this part of here, we're just going to go over and show you exactly how you can collect feedback from your clients that you've worked with, and be able to have those reviews put on your website as to help you close more deals with your next prospects that you might be working with. So I like to use Google Forms. You can use any other platform, but Google Forms works well for me, and I'm going to show you the reason why. So you can go ahead and click over here, go to Forms, and this will take you to a form page that looks something like this. Now I can go ahead and create a new form right up here. You can create a blank form. Now when you're creating a form, right, you can have a form written over. You can have the name typed in as of here. I'll have my agency name, XD Solutions, and I'll have reviews. And I'll have reviews. I'll have a small description that would say, please give us a review. Whatever the case may be, right? You can have this written down over here. This is not important. What's really important over here is the questions that you're about to ask, right? So the first questions you want to have is obviously going to be the name, right? You can have the full name. You can have it written. You can have it set down as a short answer. This is what you can do with Google Forms. You write it down over here. So this is going to be This is going to be the full name of the client that you've worked with. So they're going to be filling out this form by themselves. They're going to be the one to fill out the form. You can have the email address. Right, they will enter the email address. You can have this as a paragraph, actually, depending on how long the email is. And then lastly, you want to have them leave a review, which is also going to be a paragraph. Leave a review. Please give us your honest feedback about our services. Right, you can have the written down up there. However you want to go about doing it, but obviously the last question needs to be a review question. They need to leave you a review. So they're going to write down a testimonial over here, how amazing your services has been. You can have that set it as a required option, and then you can have the full name also as a required option. For the email, it's not necessary, but you can do it if you want to. In fact, you don't have you need to even have this email part over here. You can just have them type in the name, the full name, and have them leave a review. Right? The less complex the survey is, the better, because that's just going to be very streamless, very effective for them, and it's going to work very well. So then they don't have to spend more time. They don't have to spend any time trying to think and trying to use as much effort as possible. So now that we have our form available, we want to go ahead and send it to our prospect. So the way we're going to go about doing that is you're going to click on send. And there are two options of doing this, right? There are two ways of doing this. But I feel like the most effective one is sending it directly through the Google Forms platform. The first option, the next option is to sending a link that will take them. You can go ahead and shorten the link as well, which is a very useful feature. You can copy this link and you can go ahead and paste it over here. And this is what the prospect will see, right? This is what they will see once they fill out the form. But the most effective way of doing this is actually sending an email directly to the prospect, so that the form can be included, can be built into the email itself. So the user will go ahead and come in over here, and you can go ahead and type in the email to send this review to them. I'm gonna type in my email over here, and then the subject line, you can keep it like this as well. And you can have here, you can maybe write down over here, it says, please leave us a honest review, whatever the case may be. And then you can actually include this form within the email, which is a great feature as well. So I'm going to go ahead and click send and see what happens. So as you can see, I already have the email sent out over here. So I'm going to click on it, and this is what the prospect, the potential client, receives, right? They will get a form like this sent directly to the email. They can go ahead and type in the name, type in my full name, my actual name, and I can leave a review. Love your service. Of course, the prospect will type in something that it's going to be very thoughtful, right? Assuming that they love your services, they love what you've done for them on the free trial offer that you offer them, and then they can go ahead and click submit. And once this is submitted, you click OK. You can go ahead to go back to your form, to the editing screen. If you click over here, refresh, you will now be able to have that reference, that recording on the response. So why is this so effective? Why is this so important? Because now you can go over here and download this as a spreadsheet. You can actually download all of these responses on a spreadsheet, right? Or you can actually just copy and paste them and put them on your website, right? You can have these reviews left on your website, and this will build very good credibility and be able to allow you to close more deals with your prospects for your agency. So just to summarize what we've recapped, right? So basically, send an email with an offer, right? Saying that you're offering free services, you're offering a free trial, right? You're offering a free editing gig in exchange to build a credibility and to earn their trust, right? And have them book a call with you, right? At the end of the email, right up here. And then next thing you do is you actually do the work for them, right? You do the work for the client, right? You make sure that it's efficient as possible. You make sure that it's going to take you less time as much as possible, so that the client can also receive the work much faster, so that you don't have to spend a lot of time trying to go back and forth with the client. You finish the work sooner, within a minimum of 48 hours, send it back to them, and then once they're happy with the work, you send them the email. You send them this email right over here, which they will receive and leave honest feedback, honest review about your work. And then you can go ahead and take that review, which is right over here, and then upload on your website. And that is how you go about closing more deals, and actually also, which is also the last step as well, which I actually didn't mention as well, also setting up a Zoom call with them, sending another email, a second email, which is going to be like this, but the only difference is now you're sending them an email saying that you would like to book another call with them for an interview. So you use Zoom. You can use a software like Zoom to go ahead and book that meeting with them to have a interview. Ask them qualifying questions about what they like about your service, and if they would recommend you to another potential client. Yeah, so that is it for building a case study and building trust and be able to build a portfolio altogether. This is probably one of the most important steps, and the steps that's going to hold you back if you don't do it correctly. But with this video and this course, you will be able to, once you follow these steps that I've listed down, you will be able to close deals way more quicker. Granted that you already have meetings coming in consistently. If you watched one of our last videos, and you are already at a point where you're booking meetings every single week, then this will be the next step you want to follow in building that case study. So this is X-Man, and I hope you have a good one, and I'm signing off.